Hi, this is Johnny I with Operation BBQ Relief. And today I'm going to show you a recipe for banana pudding. However, the little twist we're going to do is we're going to make a grilled banana pudding. The first thing we're going to do to get started is we're going to make a banana syrup. Now this is super simple. This is going to give this banana pudding immense and intense banana flavor. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a cup of granulated sugar and a half a cup of water. We're going to stir that up real well, and I'm going to put it on a medium to medium-high flame. Now we're going to let this boil and reduce by half. Then what you're going to see, you're going to be left with what's like a simple syrup, okay? Then we have to infuse some fresh banana into it. So once we get to the syrup stage, we're going to pull it off. I'm going to add some fresh bananas in, and we're going to let it steep for a few minutes so that it can pull in all that banana flavor. So next what we're going to do, now normally when you make banana pudding you use vanilla wafers. Today we're going to use two things. We're going to use both vanilla wafers, but we're also going to use an all-butter pound cake. The reason I like to do that is it adds a different texture to the banana pudding, almost makes it more rich. So we're going to start by preparing both our cake as well as our bananas to be placed on the grill. So you want to peel your bananas. Then we're going to take our pound cake. And what I want to do with the pound cake is, first thing I'm going to do is square off the edges, because as you can see there's a slight slope. And I want to make sure that we get a nice steady piece that we're going to build on top. So I'm just going to take a little bit off both ends. And now the key is to make your slices not too thick, but thick enough that you can put them on the grill. We're just going to kiss them on the grill for a few seconds. So I generally like to cut it about a ½ inch thick. Okay. Okay, then what I like to do is I like to cut my banana so that it's the same length as the pound cake. Now the end pieces and any small pieces of banana, you're going to save that for later, because remember, we need to add some fresh banana into the syrup to get that flavor. So once you have the length of your banana, then what we're going to do is we're going to just trim a little bit off each end, because we want the banana to sit flat on the grill. Again, any trimmings you're going to save. Now what's left, I can take this banana and cut it in half to make a plank. And now some of these pieces that look too small, we can again trim the ends off, and we can grill these as well. This way we can use them to fill in any spots as we build our banana pudding. And then just cut the pieces in half. So now we're ready to head over to the grill. I'm going to take a little bit of spray oil and lightly mist both the bananas as well as the pound cake. This way they won't stick to the grill. And I'm off to the grill. Okay, so while our items are toasting on the grill, I'm going to take a peek at my syrup and see how we're doing. So it's just starting to boil. Remember, we want the syrup to reduce by half, and then we're going to add the fresh bananas in and let it steep just like you would do with tea. So now, as you can see, I've got some really nice light gold grill marks on both my pound cake as well as my bananas. Now, I only did one side. I generally like to do one side, because if you do two sides, what I find is that the grill flavor is a little too intense. This will give it a nice subtle flavor. Okay, so let's check on our syrup. It's boiling really, really fast. And what you're looking for is a nice syrupy consistency. So now this is still a little too loose. See how it's running down off the spoon? I'm gonna let it boil a little bit more. Now you'll know when your syrup is almost done because on top you'll see a lot of foam building. It's the bubbles as the sugar cooks down. Okay, so let's see. Much better. So now we have a much thicker consistency. So I'm going to shut my burner off. Now what we're going to do is all those banana trimmings, we're just going to set them inside the hot simple syrup, and we're going to set that aside and let that steep. So what that's going to do is all of that fresh banana flavor is going to pull into that simple syrup, and we're going to use this to moisten our grilled pound cake, some of our vanilla wafers, and what you're going to see is it's going to really intensify the flavor of this banana pudding. You're going to love it. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble our grilled banana pudding. This is something you can do the day before you're going to serve it, and then when your guests come over, you can just pull it out of the refrigerator, top it with the whipped cream and pecans and caramel sauce like I'm going to show you, or you can just serve it straight as you make it. Either way, it's going to be fabulous. So we're going to start with our plate. I'm going to take one of the pieces of pound cake. I'm going to sit it in the center of the plate. Then I'm going to take our syrup that we infused with the bananas. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit onto the cake. Now what that's doing is it's taking that sweet banana flavor, pulling it into the sponge. Then I'm going to take just 2 of our vanilla wafers. I'm going to place those on top of the pound cake, drizzle a little bit of the syrup over there. Now what that's going to do is it's going to help moisten up that vanilla wafer. Okay, next what we're going to do is take our vanilla pudding. Now I like to use vanilla versus banana pudding because what I found is the vanilla, when you use the banana syrup and the fresh bananas, just gives it such an amazing flavor that's not overpowering. If you use banana pudding, fresh bananas, banana syrup, it's going to have too much of the banana flavor. A little bit of vanilla pudding, and you're just going to gently spread it over the top of the cookies and the pound cake. We're going to take our grilled bananas. We're going to place 2 slices on top of the cream, and then we're going to top that again with just a little bit more of the pudding. Now what this is going to do, it's going to help get the second layer to stick on top. So we're going to take our second piece of pound cake and place that on top, and now we're going to repeat the process. So put a little bit of the banana syrup. Place 2 cookies. Again, a little bit more of that sweet banana syrup. Our vanilla pudding. 2 more pieces of the bananas. And on this last layer on top, I'm going to put just a little bit extra of the vanilla pudding. So now I'm going to place some fresh whipped cream right on top. I have some candied pecans. And then I'm going to finish it with a little bit of caramel drizzle. And there you have it. Grilled banana pudding. Enjoy.